What if the most mysterious object in our solar system just proved that we've been completely wrong about how the universe works? In 2017, astronomers discovered Oumuamua, an interstellar visitor that defied every law of physics we thought we understood. This wasn't just another space rock, it was accelerating without any visible means of propulsion, tumbling through our cosmic neighborhood like a cosmic messenger carrying secrets from distant stars. Here's the mind-blowing part: it might actually be trying to communicate with us. Did you know that Oumuamua is the first confirmed object from outside our solar system to visit Earth's neighborhood? What is Oumuamua? What if I told you that right now, hurtling through the darkness of space, there's an object that's completely rewriting everything we thought we knew about our universe? Oumuamua, which literally means scout in Hawaiian, is the first confirmed interstellar object to visit our solar system, and it's absolutely nothing like what we expected. This isn't your typical space rock floating around minding its own business. We're talking about a dark, reddish, cigar-shaped visitor that's about 400 meters long and tumbling through space at mind-bending speeds. When astronomers first spotted it in October 2017 using the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii, they knew immediately this wasn't from around here. Its trajectory was completely wrong, its composition was bizarre, and everything about it screamed that it had traveled from another star system entirely. But here's what makes this discovery so incredible. Oumuamua represents our first direct encounter with material that originated beyond our solar system. For billions of years, our little corner of the galaxy has been isolated, and suddenly we have this mysterious visitor that's been traveling through the cosmic void for potentially millions of years before stumbling into our neighborhood. This isn't just some random asteroid or comet. This is tangible proof that there's a whole universe of objects out there, drifting between the stars, carrying secrets about distant worlds and alien solar systems we've never even dreamed of. The mysterious return. Scientists are freaking out because something that was supposed to be gone forever just showed up again, and it's behaving in ways that shouldn't be possible. Recent observations from multiple space agencies are revealing something absolutely mind-blowing about Oumuamua. It hasn't actually left our solar system like we all thought it would. Instead of following the predictable path of a typical interstellar visitor that swings by once and disappears into the cosmic void forever, this mysterious object appears to be following a much more complex trajectory that has astronomers scratching their heads and checking their calculations over and over again. We're detecting gravitational anomalies and unexpected trajectory changes that completely contradict what we'd expect from a simple chunk of rock flying through space on a one-way ticket out of here. It's almost like Oumuamua has its own secret agenda, and that agenda involves sticking around in our neighborhood to study us just as intensely as we're studying it. The orbital mechanics don't lie. Something is causing this object to deviate from its expected path in ways that suggest either our understanding of physics is incomplete, or we're dealing with something far more sophisticated than a random piece of interstellar debris. Space agencies worldwide are now scrambling to reposition their telescopes and tracking systems because if Oumuamua is truly circling back, we might be witnessing the most significant astronomical event in human history unfolding right before our eyes. The acceleration mystery. There's a cosmic mystery that's been keeping the world's brightest physicists awake at night, and it involves an object that's breaking the fundamental laws of how things move in space. Oumuamua was doing something that should have been impossible. It was accelerating as it moved away from the sun, but not in any way that made sense according to our understanding of physics. When comets speed up, it's because frozen materials on their surface turn into gas and create a natural rocket effect, pushing them forward like a jet engine. But here's the problem. Oumuamua showed absolutely no signs of this outgassing process. No tail, no visible gas emissions, no ice sublimation, nothing that would explain why it was gaining speed. Yet somehow, some mysterious force was pushing this interstellar visitor faster and faster as it traveled through our solar system. This non-gravitational acceleration was so unusual and unexpected that it completely shattered every computer model scientists had developed for predicting how objects behave in space. It was like watching a car suddenly speed up on a highway without an engine, without fuel, and without any visible means of propulsion. The acceleration was subtle, but measurable, and it followed a pattern that didn't match anything we'd ever observed from natural space objects. This single anomaly has sparked heated debates in the scientific community because it suggests either our fundamental understanding of physics is incomplete, or we're dealing with something that operates according to principles we haven't discovered yet. Potential communication signals. What if an alien civilization has been trying to phone home, and we've only just started picking up the call? Radio telescopes positioned around the globe have been detecting something absolutely extraordinary. Unusual electromagnetic signatures that seem to correlate directly with Oumuamua's current position in space. These aren't the random bursts of cosmic static that we're used to filtering out from deep space observations. Instead, we're looking at structured patterns, organized sequences of signals that exhibit characteristics unlike anything we've ever recorded from natural astronomical objects. The signals are faint, requiring our most sensitive equipment to detect, but they're undeniably there, and they're following patterns that suggest intentional transmission rather than random cosmic noise. Some researchers are now suggesting these electromagnetic anomalies could represent genuine attempts at communication. Perhaps Oumuamua is functioning as some kind of interstellar beacon or probe designed to gather information about our solar system and relay it back to its point of origin. The timing is too precise to be coincidental. These signals intensify when Oumuamua reaches certain positions relative to Earth and our Sun, almost as if the object is strategically choosing optimal moments for transmission. What makes this discovery even more compelling is that the signal patterns don't match any known natural phenomena. They're too organized, too deliberate, and too synchronized with Oumuamua's movements to be explained by conventional astrophysics. We might be witnessing humanity's first genuine attempt at interstellar communication, and we're only just beginning to understand how to decode what this mysterious visitor is trying to tell us. The shape that defies physics. What are the odds that nature would accidentally create the perfect interstellar spacecraft design? The shape of Oumuamua is so bizarre that it's forcing scientists to question everything they thought they knew about how objects form in space. This thing is at least 10 times longer than it is wide, essentially a cosmic cigar or needle slicing through the universe with surgical precision. Most asteroids and comets that we've studied are roughly spherical or at least chunky and irregular, shaped by billions of years of collisions and gravitational forces. But Oumuamua, it's so incredibly elongated that when researchers ran the mathematical calculations, they discovered the odds of such a shape forming naturally through typical cosmic processes are astronomically low. We're talking about probabilities so small they're essentially impossible. The object's extreme length-to-width ratio suggests it was somehow designed to be aerodynamically efficient, which is absolutely mind-boggling because there's no air resistance in the vacuum of space. Yet this shape would be perfect for traveling efficiently between star systems, minimizing gravitational interference and maximizing stability during long-duration interstellar journeys. It's almost as if someone or something engineered this object specifically for the purpose of traversing the vast distances between stars. The more scientists study its dimensions and proportions, the more they're forced to confront an uncomfortable possibility that we might be looking at our first example of technology created by a non-human intelligence, designed with a level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of what's possible in the universe. Scientific theories versus alien hypotheses. The scientific world is having its biggest argument in decades, and it's all because of one mysterious object that refuses to play by the rules. The global scientific community has essentially split into two warring camps over what Oumuamua actually represents, and the debate is getting more heated by the day. On one side, you have the mainstream establishment pushing the theory that this interstellar visitor is simply a fragment of a planet from another star system, possibly composed of solid hydrogen that's sublimating in ways we don't fully understand yet. They're working overtime to find natural explanations for every anomaly, suggesting that exotic materials or unknown physical processes could account for its bizarre behavior. But then there's the other camp, led by respected Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb and a growing number of researchers who aren't afraid to ask the uncomfortable questions. They're arguing that Oumuamua exhibits characteristics that are far more consistent with artificial technology than with any natural space object we've ever encountered. They're not claiming it's a flying saucer filled with little green aliens, but they are saying it behaves exactly like something that might be artificially constructed. The acceleration without visible propulsion, the impossibly elongated shape, the structured electromagnetic signals. When you add it all up, it points towards something that was deliberately engineered rather than randomly formed. This isn't just academic speculation anymore. It's a fundamental disagreement about how we interpret evidence and what we're willing to consider possible in a universe that's already proven to be far stranger than we ever imagined. What the data actually shows. The numbers don't lie, and what they're telling us about Oumuamua is absolutely terrifying scientists around the world. When researchers aimed their most sophisticated instruments at this mysterious visitor, the data they collected completely defied every expectation they had about interstellar objects. Spectroscopic analysis revealed that Oumuamua reflects light in patterns that strongly suggest a metallic or highly processed surface, not the rough, rocky texture you'd expect from a natural asteroid that's been tumbling through space for millions of years. Its rotation is chaotic and unpredictable, spinning end over end every 7.3 hours in a pattern that's consistent with an object that's been battered by the harsh conditions of interstellar travel, yet somehow maintained its structural integrity across unimaginable distances. But here's where the data gets really disturbing. Oumuamua's density appears to be significantly lower than typical asteroids, almost as if it's hollow inside or contains some kind of complex internal structure that we can't detect from the outside. Natural space rocks are solid, dense chunks of material formed by gravitational compression over billions of years. They don't have empty spaces or sophisticated internal architectures, yet every measurement we take suggests that Oumuamua is fundamentally different from anything we've encountered in our own solar system. The reflectivity, the density, the structural properties, they all point towards something that was either formed under completely alien conditions or potentially manufactured using processes and materials that don't exist naturally in our understanding of cosmic evolution. The implications for humanity. You know, we might actually be living through the most significant moment in human history, and most people have no idea it's happening. The implications of what Oumuamua represents are so staggering that, honestly, they're forcing us to completely reconsider humanity's place in the cosmic order. If this mysterious visitor turns out to be a natural object, we're looking at our first direct sample of material that originated from another star system, and that's absolutely revolutionary for understanding how planets, asteroids, and entire solar systems form across the galaxy. We'd be holding tangible proof that the building blocks of worlds exist everywhere in the universe, carrying with them the chemical signatures and evolutionary history of alien suns that burned billions of years ago. But if Oumuamua is artificial, if it's some kind of technology created by a non-human intelligence, then we're staring at the first confirmed evidence that we're not alone in the universe. We're talking about a discovery that would instantly obsolete every philosophical, religious, and scientific framework we've used to understand our existence. Either scenario represents a paradigm shift so massive that it would rewrite textbooks, reshape entire fields of study, and fundamentally alter how we see ourselves as a species. This isn't just about finding a weird rock in space. This is about discovering whether intelligence and technology exist beyond Earth, whether other civilizations have mastered interstellar travel, and whether we're part of a much larger cosmic community that we're only now beginning to glimpse. The next few years of research could literally divide human history into before and after Oumuamua. Current research and missions. Right now, as you're listening to this, the most powerful telescopes and space agencies on Earth are racing against time to solve a mystery that could change everything we know about the universe. Space agencies worldwide are scrambling to gather every possible piece of data about Oumuamua before it potentially disappears into the depths of interstellar space forever. The European Space Agency is seriously considering launching a rapid response mission to intercept this mysterious object if it continues following its unusual trajectory, which would represent one of the most ambitious and time-sensitive space missions ever attempted. NASA's Deep Space Network, the most sophisticated tracking system humanity has ever built, is dedicating massive amounts of resources and telescope time to monitoring Oumuamua's exact position and scanning for any additional electromagnetic signals that might reveal its true nature. Private organizations like Breakthrough Listen, funded by tech billionaires who totally understand the magnitude of this discovery, are focusing their most sensitive radio equipment on this single target, hoping to detect patterns or communications that government agencies might miss. The urgency is absolutely palpable in the scientific community because everyone realizes we're working with a rapidly closing window of opportunity. Every day that passes, Oumuamua moves further away from our detection capabilities, and if we don't gather conclusive evidence soon, this mystery might remain unsolved for decades or even centuries. The collaboration between international space agencies, private research organizations, and academic institutions has reached unprecedented levels because everyone understands that we might be witnessing the most important discovery in human history, and we can't afford to let it slip away into the cosmic darkness. What happens next? Scientists around the world are preparing for multiple scenarios as they continue monitoring Oumuamua's unprecedented behavior, and each possibility could fundamentally reshape our understanding of reality itself. If this mysterious visitor continues exhibiting non-gravitational acceleration, or if those structured electromagnetic signals become stronger and more clearly defined, we might be looking at the most significant discovery in human history, confirmation that we're not alone in the universe. Research teams are already developing detailed protocols for how to respond if clear evidence of artificial origin is confirmed, including international frameworks for sharing information and coordinating responses to potential communication attempts. Meanwhile, space agencies are rapidly advancing their detection systems to spot similar objects much earlier in their approach, giving us precious additional time to study them before they disappear back into the cosmic void. The lessons learned from Oumuamua are driving the development of new technologies specifically designed to intercept and analyze interstellar visitors, including high-speed probe missions that could launch within days of detection. But perhaps most importantly, astronomers are expanding their search parameters to look for objects that behave like Oumuamua rather than traditional asteroids or comets, recognizing that we might have been missing similar visitors for decades simply because we weren't looking for the right signatures. The scientific community is holding its collective breath because the data we collect over the next several months won't just solve one mystery. It could open the door to an entirely new understanding of what's possible in our universe. So there you have it. Oumuamua continues to challenge everything we thought we knew about our universe, and honestly, we're just scratching the surface of this cosmic mystery. Whether it's natural or something far more extraordinary, one thing's certain: the universe just got a whole lot more interesting. What do you think? Are we witnessing our first contact with alien technology, or is this just nature being more creative than we ever imagined? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your theories. If this blew your mind like it did mine, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss when we uncover the next mind-bending space discovery. Until next time, keep looking up. Space Facts out.